No, it's okay. Mic me up because it's made it a little complicated talking my hands, so if I had the microphone, it wasn't going to go well, so thank you. Good evening and welcome. My name is Tom Perkins, and I'm the father of the bride. I want to start by giving a big thank you to Marie and to Frank and to all the Swedes that pitched in, and the bridesmaids, and the bride tribe who did a tremendous job. I don't think Meghan Markle had a more dedicated people working with her. I want to preface my speech with a warning. To all that don't know me, I'm a huge crybaby. That's right, I was the sensitive guy before it was cool to be the sensitive guy. And it hasn't waned much over the years. Indeed, I attended my buddy Jeff's wedding a couple years ago, and I wept inconsolably. So the chances of me getting through this without shedding some tears are slim to none, so bear with me. I want to begin by thanking you all who've come out to join the marriage of Emily and Tim. We've had a lot of people come from different parts of the United States and people who travel from far away, and I want to recognize everybody. From Marie's side of the family, we have a table full of sweets. Please give them a hand. From my side of the family, we have traveling from Puerto Rico and from Spain. Please give them a hand. I want to take a moment to acknowledge some people who are not here, but played a crucial role in raising this married couple. Tim's grandfather, Louis Rose, known as Grant. Tim's father, Tim Wayne, passed away this past year. Emily's great-grandparents, Lisa and Morfar Sven. Emily's grandfather, Morfar Gunnar. And my parents, Emily's grandparents, Helen and Lee Perkins. I also want to give a shout-out to Westchester County Airport. Without being inside, none of this would be going on. Okay, since I'm warmed up, I guess I'll get started because I don't want to take up too much of your time and everybody get back to their phones. Okay. When I held Emily seconds after she took her first breath, I cried tears of joy. Tracy Duff. Tracy walked in a moment after, so she's my witness. At that moment, at the right age of 22, I knew that nothing would be the same. Please understand, I had no business being a dad. I had no idea what I'm doing, none. But I knew one thing instantly, that I would love this little girl for the rest of my life. So even if I sucked at everything else, if I failed at things, and I often did, I was determined to do everything I could to be a good dad. And she became my focus, my purpose. And so many of my achievements in life I attribute to those promises I made July 20th, 1992. All right. Before I continue, I'm going to share a few Emily fun facts. There's two. Emily's first word was dad. Does anybody want to guess what her first complete sentence was? No, that's rhetorical. His daddy is handsome. She came up with that. Really, I digress. Science tells us that generally people don't remember the first 5 years or so of their lives. I can't tell you how much that saddens me. because I think those were the best years at fatherhood for me. Confusing times, but hopeful times. Blissful in my ignorance, so to speak. And yet Emily, when I was little those years, I'm going to plug in some gaps. And many in this room bore witness to these things. Emily, we're always together, especially during those first 5 years. You were practically an accessory to my comforts. I dressed you in suede Pumas and pink Chuck Taylors, and me with my Dickies and Doc Martens. We got smiles from all the cool kids. From skaters, punks, did you see those sneakers? We were a hit. Not so much in Larchmont. Not so much in Larchmont. They didn't get it. They didn't get it over there. But everywhere else we were rock stars. As a toddler, Emily could sing the Ramones, Depeche Mode, Beastie Boys, and many others, just as well as she could recite nursery rhymes. So you may not remember these years, Emily, but I do it like they're yesterday. And we did some pretty cool things together, and I'm going to highlight one. In 1997, you were within an arm's reach of the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet. And so close that we touched this robe. So not too many people's kids can say that. Okay, maybe Richard Gere's kid, but nobody else. Many don't know I grew up an only child, and as an only child, I felt sort of cheated in ways because I didn't have siblings. Thankfully, I was blessed with my surrogate brothers. But I knew I wanted to make sure that Emily had a different experience than me. So in 1998, on an impulse, I called an acquaintance from law school and asked her if she would join me in sleigh riding. Now that's a rookie mistake. You don't ask a girl from the Caribbean to complain of snow. Really, not good. But anyway, the story of our blended family began. And our blended family grew to 6. We were joined by Trevor and Isabella, rounding it off around the time Emily hit her teens. And speaking of being a teen, every father of a little girl is forewarned. Just wait till she becomes a teenager. I mean, yeah, she's nice now, but she's going to be a disaster. So you just wait. Well, Emily became a teenager, and I waited. And I waited with trepidation for her to transform into this monster I was warned about. But guess what? It never happened. She was still that little girl that held my hand. She called me daddy all those years ago. And I could say, with the exception of one rough patch lasted about half a summer, it's been all good. So Tim. Emily met Tim the summer before she started college, and I remember having a conversation with her. What are you doing? You're going to college? What? No. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. But, you know, Emily was crazy about Tim from very early on. And here's the thing. She did have fun in college. And it was because Tim gave her room to be herself. Room to grow. Room to figure out who she was. And that person she became, that sweet little girl with a wicked sense of humor, is better with Tim than without Tim. Tim makes her happy. And as a father, as his father of the bride, is there anything else I could ask for? You know, watching you evolve from a beautiful little girl that stole my heart to one of the coolest people I know. It's the greatest honor of my life. And I just wish I could go back and do it all for you. Okay. We're good. Father of the Bride protocol, speech protocol, dictates that besides the thank yous, which I covered, besides the antidotes, which I covered at length, that I'm supposed to impart some words of wisdom. So I will do my best. My lovely bride Victoria and I just passed 18 years of marriage, and we've been together 20 years, so obviously that makes me some kind of expert. But the fact is, I'm no expert. I'm not even a novice. I can only give Tim the same advice my father gave me. If you want to be right, Or do you want to be happy? But seriously, I will say this. In these words I mean, be kind, be patient, be fair. Give each other the space to grow as individuals. Don't never be threatened by change. Don't ever be threatened by each other's changes. Even if you don't understand those changes, let them happen because they're natural and they're honest. And most of all, say sorry when you're wrong. Friends, family, please join me. Raise your glass. Congratulations, Tim and Emily. May you have a lifetime of happiness.
Let's give them a big round of applause, everybody.